It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Without you, I remember myself, my name. Forgot about all you tried to change. Familiar was the sound of your voice as I continue to walk on by. It has been a year and now I'm living on the line. It has been a year and now I'm thinking what's mine, that I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you. That I'm better off right here without you. Forgetful, I admit that I've lost my place. My memory's gone erased. Like a scratch, only the scar remains. For we are better apart from all the pain. Distant like the stars above. There's no love
Hello and welcome back to the PMA LCS. I'm here with Murphy Roudet.
Hi!
And I am Yaramoose. We are here for Game 2 of Saving Private Reckless versus KWM. Game 1 we saw absolutely stunning performances by all members of SPR, bringing them the Game 1 victory. Now we are
Domination in every lane.
And now we are getting back to the draft. And Murphy, do you expect to see any specific adaptations?
It depends. I think if they leave the mid and top lane to the last picks again for SPR, then we might see the Morgana ban instead of maybe Kled. Although Kled's still a good ban.
Yeah, that's why permaban champion and solo queue do not like playing against that. But so far, pretty much the same order and everything from SPR, Sejuani, and then Twitch. I expect to see locked in. Katarina was banned by KWM Game 1.
You have to ban that against Juice Me Daddy. He has shown time and time again. His Twitch is locked in as a ban, and Morgana, there it is.
Yep.
You called it.
Yeah, not surprised to see that. It's really good.
Yeah.
Juice Me Daddy, if you let him get his one of his core champion pool, which I think is just Katarina Morgana. Don't quote me on that. As pretty.
I'm not sure
good.
who else. Is there Zed come in?
Now there's Zed.
Again.
All right, I'm gonna retell my story about how Nolan doesn't really play Zed anymore. So I do. I'm the coach of.
Right.
Yeah, I'm here, coach of Hoagie's Heroes. In Game 1, we played against KWM. I see the Caitlyn, which was banned Game 1.
The Hecker I'm banned now.
Yeah, and the Hecarim as well, replacing Trundle, it looks like. So KWM, we played Week 1, and I think the second round of Game 1, they hadn't picked the mid laner yet. I knew, we have Brand and Zed were still up, and I know Nolan played those before, so he banned Brand and Zed. It's just a hover.
Is that a Teemo?
It's just a hover. Settle down.
No, I don't think it's a hover. Oh, it's a Thresh.
Eat my shorts.
Man.
Eat my shorts. Anyway, so after the games, I was talking to Nolan, and he told me. So my whole team was confused about the Zed ban in the second round there, and everyone was like, "Who is that for?" And Nolan said, "I think that's for me." And I guess he just completely doesn't play the Zed anymore. But I know Nolan. I trust he can pull out any champion he wants to at any time. That is...
the Ari, that's the pick he's going to. That makes sense.
Yeah.
As we see Mordekaiser picked in before it could be banned away.
Yeah, Mordekaiser really annoying to play against. After level 6, you can't get ganked anymore. And then Ari, pretty good.
Ari's
answer.
always a solid champ.
Yeah, I would say pretty good answer to Mordekaiser if they think it's mid lane. I think they are capable of playing it mid or top.
Probably.
Yeah, so also a flex pick that Mordekaiser, make it even more annoying. You see the Shen come in.
Ooh. General Dill would be proud.
Yeah, I think Shen is actually pretty strong on this patch. He just got a little bit of a buff to the damage of his Q and E, but I think it's made a big difference.
An OPTSM fan, I can get excited about a hover if I want to. I want to see the Teemo. I'd love it.
They hover.
It would have made me so happy.
They hover that. They hover that in every single LCS game.
Exactly, and I want it every time.
You'll be heartbroken every time.
Exactly, completely.
Alright, but we just see the Amumu lock.
And Amumu, that's a wonderful pick. A lot of CC for KWM here.
Yeah, I'm curious about that Dr. Mundo if they see Shen locked in. They might think Shen support,
Shen jungle.
maybe. Or Shen jungle. Is that a thing again? again? Okay.
I haven't seen people play it, at least. Whether it's a thing or not, who knows? Jinx ban, gotta get that hyper carry away. They have a lot of protection for that.
Mhm.
That's really good.
Yeah, and big AoE in team fights. The Amumu ult. Jinx has free reign to land those rockets.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a Kled ban here?
That would be good.
No. Probably support ban. Oh,
Vi
Vi.
jungle
Jungle
ban.
ban, okay. I think it's still good to ban Mundo because he can still play jungle.
That is
I think
true. Yeah, Mundo jungle has been making a
play that.
comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sivir ban maintaining 80 carry bans against Spooked here.
Yeah.
Very good. Very smart.
I don't know if Spook plays Sivir very much.
He does. Yeah.
But it's yeah.
I
Okay.
think his
Well, it's
main
a good.
three are Twitch, Sivir, Caitlyn. Last I checked.
Okay.
Probably Jinx too.
Varus. That's a great pick. Ooh,
Yeah,
do we
kind
get the
of-
Dark Star skin combo? I hope so.
Varus is kind of like a pseudo Ashe. Kind of
Mhm.
fills the same role. He's got a little extra range, good poke.
A little
and
extra
ultimate.
damage too.
Yeah, and that ultimate that allows him to have hard CC, something very rarely found in the AD carry role.
A great team fight ability, especially once he gets Runins.
Absolutely.
Ooh, the spicy pick. Gangplank.
And that does secure being Shen's support, most likely. You're saying Shen jungle. I don't
Or
think I'll buy
Shen
that,
jungle.
but
Who knows?
yeah, we will find out in just a moment. That is technically a blind pick Gangplank. Mordekaiser still could be flexed. I think a Volibear. Alright. Let's do some
Okay,
math.
apparently Ursus Arctos plays the Shen support a lot.
Yeah,
One of
it
his
does.
favorites.
I do know he also plays Volibear support, and that is recently a professional pick.
Oh
Unfortunately.
man, they're letting the Mordekaiser go top.
Oriana. Yeah, the Mordekaiser will go top. I think that is the better of the two matchups for him. Ari just kind of, like, once she hits 6, she just kind of dances around Mordekaiser's hitboxes with the ultimate. Whereas Gangplank, I mean, he can eat oranges and get out of the ultimate, right? But that doesn't make it a
Can he get out of the ultimate with an orange?
Yes. You can,
Ooh.
but that really doesn't make it a counter pick. He's kind of helpless against Mordekaiser's grab.
Well, it allows for ganks though.
It does allow for ganks. Ganks are invited to this game. Ganks welcome. So
We see Siren having flashbacks on seeing a Volibear in the jungle once.
Yeah, so it is either a Volibear jungle or Shen jungle. I'm going with Volibear jungle.
Probably Volibear. Yeah.
Shen support has actually been considered pretty weak for a while now. And I'm curious to see it come out again. I'm skeptical, I would say, to see it come out again.
I leaped into a Thresh. I feel like the his Flay can easily counter Shen's taunt coming in.
Yeah.
If timed correctly. So I guess not really easily,
feel-
but it can be.
I feel like if you want to use the Shen ult to help your jungler make ganks around the map, you want a jungler that's more, that's better at getting into the gank than Volibear. Kind of notoriously just runs at people. Doesn't have many tools outside of getting into melee range and flipping them.
Mm-hmm.
Foreclosing that. So it's a curious comp. I'm still kind of curious. I almost want to say I think Shen jungle will be better, just because, no offense, I think Volibear jungle is bad, and the champion we know as Volibear is bad. That's just kind of where I land.
Are you saying Volibear is bad? No.
Don't quote
Volibear's
me,
so
but
much fun.
I'm gonna go down on record for Volibear's bad.
Oh no. His ultimate, I'm not sure what it is called, but it is incredibly good for team fights. It's lightning damage that scatters across and hits enemy champions in the area.
The problem is he has to be hitting someone to do that. He just gets kited.
And yeah, and Hoagie points out his QE combo is really good for ganks. You get the flip and then the fear,
If you land the if you get close enough to flip them.
which is
I mean,
I expect to see some ganks top lane. I think, or no, sorry, Volibear's on the other side. But still, I would hope to see some ganks early top lane.
yeah, I would say
Gotta kill him before he gets 6.
situationally, all right. Against, I guess there are some less than mobile lanes for KWM, so I would say maybe there's a chance you could catch up to a Mordekaiser. You could catch up to a Varus. Thresh might flay him away or hook him in. I mean, he's not tanky enough to really survive that for long. Orianna can pull her ball and use the dissonance on top of herself. I mean, there's just very
SPR
rare
has
conditions.
another very good pick comp, and with a lot of protection with the Shen. Although his shield won't be that much because he's not going to have a lot of health until late. However, tons of CC for KWM.
Absolutely.
Which is exactly what you want in an ARAM. So look for them to play another ARAM.
Yeah, and very much a wombo combo in team fights between Amumu, Varus, and Orianna. Mumu goes in, ults the Orianna
Thresh
ball on top of
follows up.
him. Yeah, and they're stunned up for long enough for Varus to get his arrow spread and root everybody
So a lot of
again.
circular ultimates that are going to stack on top of each other.
Big
Hopefully they can
circles on top
time
of
that
other big
well.
circles.
Last game we saw some timing issues with CC. We saw like Ashe and Tarek stuns hitting at the exact same time. Things like that. Doesn't really stack up the same way.
Yeah, so OPTSM fan points out in chat.
Oh yeah, it is a little frozen.
It's frozen, my bad. Yeah, when I'm all tabbed out, I think it stopped sticking. Yeah, it was. Just checking out the chat. So OPTSM fan says, interesting why they picked the Varus and not Ashe. Obviously showing they can play it last game. But, yeah, Ashe, definitely a good matchup into Caitlyn. Even if they predicted that it was Shen support, I think if you take Comet, you can poke him just fine. You don't have to use the auto attacks that would get blocked out by his W. So
I think Varus is a better pick here. They're not as tanky as they were last game. Switching out the Gangplank for the Mundo. You still have a pretty tanky support in jungle though. But that 3-stack Q does so much damage.
yeah,
We'll see what he builds. Probably Bork and Ginsu's, but
yeah, definitely an on-hit
I love
champion.
those ARAM lethality Varuses where you just toss Qs out constantly.
Alright, so let's stack these two teams up now that we do know for sure Shen support, Volibear jungle. Any weird summoners? Not really. We do see double teleport on the side of KWM this game rather than taking the, I believe it was heal
last game, yeah.
So
That's another interesting one going. Now he's into an Ari and he teleport.
Ari has Ignite. Right? Oh, because he's against the Ari. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, teleport's pretty much never bad on a mid lane.
Yeah. That's a tough matchup, by the way, for Orianna.
Oh, absolutely.
She's not very good into assassins and things like that.
Yeah. So how do you stack these teams up against each other? Let's start with our game 1 victorious team.
Oh, who won? Who won?
MVP? I can check that in a moment, but just give me the rundown. How does Saving Private Reckless win this game? What is their win condition?
They're going for the same game that they had last time. Get the early game win, get the picks. Get some picks rolling so that they can translate that into Vision and Towers.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a tie right now, by the way. It's Juice Me Daddy and Borkfius, both of them at 3 votes.
Okay.
So I guess since the next game has started, they tie, I guess.
Yeah, we may very well get them both in here. So, on the red side, let's see how KWM, Riley, how you think KWM bounces back from that game 1 defeat.
Through following up, just let Amumu and Thresh engage. Just follow up on them. There's so much follow up engage. They really want to just run it down mid with all 5. Maybe Mordekaiser in split push.
Mm-hmm.
Look to secure some objectives. They just want to fight again. They're both going for a very similar team comp.
Yeah.
Just a lot more CC. The big thing is how well are they going to stack the CC?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely timing and spacing in these team fights, really big factor for KWM.
Yeah.
So, I think KWM makes another. I think they should curb their aggression at before level 6 again, because Amumu Oriana Virus, like that is the core of their team, is these ultimates on these champions. So they recognize their win conditions when they're strong. I think they can come out ahead in this game easily. I think that was their big mistake in game 1. They didn't. That was their strong
mistake. Yeah, they let Tristana and everybody get gold early, and they lost a lot of fights early because they took a lot of low chance fights. If I can talk properly.
Alright, so remember to pause at 10 seconds again. Alright, here we go. You there? Riley? You there?
Hello?
Hey.
There we go.
Alright.
I'm here.
You pause at 10 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Sorry, my mic was muted on accident.
That's not good.
Sometimes if I flip it up and bring it back down, it won't quite cut back in.
Yes, it doesn't look like any invades coming out this time.
I think they're planning on playing it safe this time. Maybe toss an arrow out from Spooked if he didn't start his Blight stacks.
Version of the 5-point defense here. While SPR is just creeping up around red buff. Maybe anticipating another invade with a Thresh. Some
another
big coming down on this river.
Yeah, another big change. I don't think I've seen KWM play a 5-point defense yet this season.
Guys, I think they see this virus.
Minions have spawned.
Alright, he's missing.
Oh,
alright.
Lots of pings coming in.
Yeah,
apparently
do
they
not have vision on that base, okay.
I was just gonna say, don't you miss the days when players would just ping constantly at the beginning of every game?
But they're not flashing mastery.
You're right.
Alright, as we have seen both teams starting at the bottom side of their jungle here. Maybe looking for some top lane action around 3 minutes. think Volibear much more of an early ganker than a Moo.
Oh yeah, much better early clear from Volibear. There's a lot more health and just a lot more damage early. With that empowered autos. I believe he has empowered autos.
He gets attack speed from his W. So I guess kind of. And then he has to bite like an X.
The fear is really nice as well as E, the Majestic Roar. What a great name.
Majestic Roar. Yeah, the fear is really nice because minions don't hit you. And so throw back to the good old days when they would just run around in circles.
I heard isn't he getting a rework soon? I was really sad when I heard that.
It's in progress.
Progress.
From like the community vote. Him and Fiddlesticks both got. They were gonna do just one, but they were so close. They said we'll do both. But they did say that Fiddlesticks will be coming out before most likely.
Grasp the Undying on Gangplank, like that. It's gonna be getting poked out a lot, so the healing really helps.
Very helpful rune for him.
I know that's what a lot of the high elo players are playing today.
And then into some easier matchups, you'll take Klepto, but
yeah,
Grasp always a safe option on Gangplank.
Mr. Matt really putting down some pressure. Bot lane, showing no respect.
Volibear snooping around this top lane. He's spotted out by a ward, and
Gangplank has no mana.
Yeah.
If anything, it's just takes some pressure off me so I can back TP back in. A lot of damage. That's what I was saying. Orianna doesn't really want to fight Ari. She's not really going to win the trades, and Ari has a lot of good healing coming off of her. What's it called? From her passive Q.
Yeah, the Stying Grace.
Orb of Deception. So that's the passive off of that.
Volibear looking back around the spot side, and Mumu going for his first recall here.
Both junglers waiting to take Krugs. Of course,
I think Volibear getting
on
second Krugs here, so...
No, this is first Krugs.
Is it?
Yeah. He went red chickens. And then into top side.
Yeah, speaking of Volibear, I wanted to talk briefly about his Keystone choice and the Aftershock. Actually, I mean, I don't know what normally Volibear jungle takes, but I feel like it's not Aftershock, but I do respect that pick.
It's kind of tough because you're probably going to be going all tank, and Guardian is okay. The Aftershock at least gives you extra resistances.
Yeah. So yeah, one of Volibear's biggest problems, in my opinion, is if you aren't building full tank, and he doesn't really have the base stats for it. You know, he's meant to be a Juggernaut, same class as like Darius and Urgot.
Yeah.
But you know, aside from his passive, the health regen on like a 3-minute cooldown, 2-minute cooldown, he's not very. He doesn't have a lot of defensive tools compared to someone like a Sejuani who's got you know, several stuns. Threshold going wide, bot lane there, but Orianna roaming down, walking over a ward, not gonna get anything off that. To level 6, excellent try though.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I love doing in mid. Is as soon as I get level 6, push the late wave as fast as I can. Roam bot, grab a couple kills.
Yeah, and take a smart way around, knowing that Juice Me Daddy is waiting to assassinate him now that he has level 6. Very smart from Jingo Unchained. The flash thought from Shen and the Gangplank all coming down. Bear slashes away, but not fast enough. So reckless, trying to kite out this Thresh. Ignite ticking and takes him down. Mr. Matt here by himself against Ursus Arctos. Volibear coming in, the taunt almost off cooldown, catches him, smite onto Thresh, and the Volibear will finish Thresh off 2 for 1 in the favor of Saving Private Reckless.
You can really tell that Saving Private Reckless has been practicing a lot, and that there's great communication there with Gangplank to say he just got 6 as well, so might as well force an engage. Probably get a kill.
Yeah, Mordekaiser using the ultimate onto Gangplank and immediately uses the oranges to get away from that.
Yeah, you gotta force him to use the orange early and then take that away.
Yeah, but Ari now looking to roam, spotted out by a ward. No, just good game sense from MS Shadow, but he's going back in. Mudkip's not gonna be able to get the slow. Flash and the Shen teleport onto Ari. Taunt coming out. And he will be taken down by Juice Me Daddy.
Again, it's communication coming in favor for Saving Private Reckless. They must have learned something from Saving Private Ryan and how the military operates or something. Because they're looking really they're looking seasoned right now. They're looking like they've been playing with each other for a while.
Yeah, I'll be honest, that was very impressive use of the Shen ultimate from the support.
The 2 globals. It's just overall impressive use of the global ultimates right as they get level 6. Right as they get the unlocks there. Mr. Matt running in.
Yeah, almost catching that hook. Not quite getting those crazy lollipoppin' blitzcrank hooks, but... Oh! Chains of Corruption going wide. Shen taunt goes in, burning Spook down, and he will die to So Reckless. As Volibear comes in, Thresh is forced to flash out to avoid the 3v1. That was another kill picked up on the side of Saving Private Reckless.
Oof. Ooh, hashtag Joe, please. That just does not feel good.
Yeah, that is very tragic to see Chains of Corruption miss like that, because it was for a while considered like the hardest skill shot in the game to hit. Everybody using his ultimate trying to get in here and steal this dragon, spied away by Volibear. Thresh now committing into this fight, manages to take down Volibear. Ending up getting a trade back in a fight that he probably shouldn't have.
Oh.
But
he smited Volibear instead of Dragon.
And Mordekaiser died somewhere.
Oh no.
Guess he died in the 1v1.
It's all falling apart again.
Yeah,
early.
So...
You cannot give Gangplank a solo kill. He's just starting to come online. He has his Sheen already. He can start farming really well. He's going to be getting his... If he doesn't have his first upgrade for his ultimate yet, he should be getting it soon.
I will say, he is only 100 gold ahead of Mordekaiser for the moment.
Looks like he...
Back with about 200 gold. Not quite able to finish a phage or anything quite yet.
He's only plundered 100 gold, so he's a little bit off from getting his upgrade.
Yeah, those in the early levels of Gangplank, you want to use the Q mainly for grass procs. You want to wait until you got that full Triforce to CS with the barrels and get all the gold and the balloons that you need.
But it's okay, because you get, what is it, 5 per minion?
I think it's
Depending.
actually 6, so Juice Me Daddy using the ultimate to dodge out the command Shockwave. Shen teleporting in onto Juice Me Daddy and able to bring him down with Chain. Another skirmish in front of the Riptail pit. Siren Delphi gets executed by the Orpheus fight. MF Shadow get the 1v1 in the Shadow round, but he comes out to the rest of Saving Private Reckless, waiting for him. Trying to make some aggressive moves in this KWM bot lane, but just not landing the skill shots.
Did they not realize that Jingo was gone in mid. They had the pressure. You could easily. Got to be looking at your mini maps and understanding what's going on in the game. I don't think they're. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they need to talk more as a team. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, KWM
Communication is winning the game here.
coming off a little uncoordinated flash from the Charm, and the bot lane spooked. Juice Me Daddy managing to get away there. Tricky situation. He did manage to force the flash out from Spooked at the expense of his own. But for the moment, there are 4 members bot. KWM.
Wow. Varus farm lead 97 to 62.
Yeah, huge advantage down there. So
Granted, Caitlyn
Shen
has
goes
to go.
in with the taunt, landed off Spooked, and Spooked dies quickly as the other 2 members of KWM are coming in behind. So Reckless, Gangplank all coming down on top of them. Siren Delphi trying to chase down So Reckless. Ultimate will finish him off as the kill goes to Orianna. Shockwave to lock down Shen, and that is going to end up a 2-for-1 in favor of KWM. But the Rift Herald summon mid will bring down first tower. So we'll go with giving it to Prometheus.
With the Rift Herald, it's good use of that, seeing all 4 of them go bot. But really good play. They finally, looks like they started talking, said, hey, everybody just come bot, let's get this kill.
Yeah, it was good. It was coordinated well, but I think it could have been executed better. Ursus Arctos did have to use a splash to get onto Spooked, but they did manage to kill him. Maybe not the best spacing from Spooked in that there at the bottom lane, but even as they managed to make these coordinated plays for the first time, they get out macroed.
As we see, Gangplank is able to.
Juice Me Daddy coming around onto this red buff to a low health Siren Delphi, and charm him and lock him up and kill him, and Shen using the teleport for good measure. I think managing to get the assist, but Caitlyn left alone in the spot lane caught by the Chains of Corruption. She will go down to Spooked.
Oops.
Excellent call from Spooked, catching that Caitlyn out as soon as Shen leaves. I don't know if they saw Shen leave. I don't know if they saw Shen leave because Siren Delphi died before the Shen ult went on to...
They must have seen him ulting. They
Ari.
must have seen him in process of ulting.
Yeah, they had to have known, so... Yeah, excellent call from Spooked.
I think you can actually see it on the map. I'm not sure.
Well, if you don't have vision of Juice Me Daddy, I mean...
I think they actually
died.
physically saw him in lane
Maybe.
ulting.
Maybe.
But
to
yeah,
watch that.
that was a little unnecessary and cost them the kill.
Yeah.
Varus is gonna be big soon. So we see 3 people here. So early game, it kind of fell apart for a while, but it's coming back for KWM. It's good to see. Rylise is finished up for Mordekaiser. Gangplank still has a little bit to go for his GP, for his Triforce. Sorry. Cinderhulk and Luden's Orc finished up. So KWM's at full. Everybody has their first item. I want them to look for a fight here. Caitlyn still doesn't have an item, and Ari's kind of big though.
Yeah, Ari having completed her first glacial augment item. Very big power spike. I think. Yeah, she's actually probably pretty close to finishing the Twin Shadows. But Shen catching the taunt onto Siren Delphi. Chains of Corruption coming out, spreading over the enemy team. Flash to catch the damage onto Caitlyn, the back line. Mr. Matt, excuse me, Daddy going in with a charm onto Orianna, but Mr. Matt catching Juicy
Two
Daddy with
people
the
with that
hook at the very end.
That's, oh my gosh. He sniped Caitlyn too with his
Yeah.
hook from over the wall. I also want to point
Mhm.
out he flashed away from Ari, which then allowed the charm to hit Oriana and got Jingo killed.
Yeah, Mr. Matt coming out with really good hooks at that last fight. Ends up being 2 for 2. Yeah, an excellent reaction from Jingo and Chain, flashing to use the distance shockwave on Caitlyn, burst her down.
Yeah, we'll call those hooks KS's, whether it's one way or the other. We'll let everybody decide. That's exactly what I was talking about, though. I wanted to see them fighting. They had the item advantage.
Another.
Twin Shadows is completed for Ari.
And updating the overlay now. Did not notice. Got all about that.
Interesting use of Shen ulti. Just to get back to lane faster. Stand United, as it's called. Matt showing the disrespect again.
Has disconnected.
So this disconnecting here. See a pause coming out.
Spoofed, anyone want to play RuneScape?
Alright,
so
oh, go ahead.
I think KWM has more of a chance this game. I think their carries are coming online earlier. Everybody has a negative KDA except for, well, Mr. Matt. There's a 200 gold bounty on his head for those nasty hooks and flays, but I think they have a better shot in this game just because of all the CC they have. We saw them in the tribe rush there. They were able to stack their CC a lot better. Granted, Mr. Matt decided to last hit Caitlyn with his hook, but other than that, it went really well for them.
Yeah, I think this game is following a lot of the same patterns from game 1, where SPR gets an early advantage, and then KWM's they start eking their way back into this game. But I would say it's a bit more progress by KWM and earlier. Whereas last game it was maybe about 20 minutes when they started finally getting kills back, and by then it was maybe a bit too late. So maybe 5-6 minutes earlier this game, they're starting to get an advantage. I admit that it is onto the Thresh. That is where most of their gold advantage comes from.
Yeah, the majority of their gold is.
Actually, no. Spooked is like 80 CS up. Never mind.
And Spooked is like way ahead in CS. So their whole gold advantage is on the bot lane. Which is fine because Ori does damage either way, and is really useful with her shockwave. Her command shockwave is always useful as long as you hit people with it. So as long as Varus can follow up the damage, we're good. Varus and Mordekaiser. The extra long pause tonight. Chat, how are you liking this game? You have any favorite? Who's your favorite player? Chat, I want to know.
I like Snacky.
I want to know. Who do you like?
Snacky.
I'm gonna have to say, well, who's your favorite player in this game though? There's a lot of pretty awesome people that I'm a big fan of.
I think Juicy Daddy's playing it pretty well. Doing sick tricks on that Ari. Morgana in game 1. Playing the off-meta picks that I like.
Yeah, love off meta picks though.
Not all of them.
Although we see
I
Shen
could-
jungle Shen support kind of not really working out. He is 3-1 and 8.
Yeah,
However, he's made some interesting decisions.
yeah, and I mean, I think the Volibear jungle is doing well this game, but I mean, he has the most gold in the game right now, with about
Volibear
a
does?
60, yeah, about a 60
Oh wow,
CS
yeah.
lead over Amumu. But I mean, it's Volibear.
hmm
I mean, he could be the most fed member of the game. I mean, he's even building tank right now, so he's not gonna translate that gold into damage. He's so easy to get away from mid game, and so bad at playing outside of his designated pattern, which is press Q, run at them. Maybe you get a flip. If you don't, run away.
hmm At least get the fear, make them run away too.
Yeah. So
Although you can use the fear, I believe it slows them as well. And so then you hit the fear, slow them, and then you can get closer to them. But you might have to be like right on top of them to hit that. So
I think this is about the point in the game when KWM wants to start grouping. We do see 4 members around the bot side here. In fact, this is probably gonna break out into some kind of fight over the dragon in the next minute or two.
absolutely.
Uh,
If not, then over bot tower.
yeah. So I think KWM comes out ahead in team fights at this point if they play him right. It's
I
just
think
kind of
so as well.
it's just kind of a front to back simple team.
And
fight
Mordekaiser's
for
just
them.
gonna stay top. He has to because Gangplank will be top.
Yeah, Mordekaiser does have teleport to get into this fight here, and he is in base right now.
Both do.
He's got about 1,500 gold to spend still. That's haunting guys before he gets back into this fight. So I think if he makes that teleport play, Gangplank also has teleport. His ultimate is just a couple seconds on cooldown. Yeah, 14 seconds.
Are we able to see if he has it? I don't know if he's upgraded it yet, or what. At least what it is. No, he's only got 300.
How many
Gold plundered.
serpents? Yeah, that's not enough to get an upgrade yet. I think it does show. Yeah, the buff next to Silver Serpent's Cannon Barrage. It'll light up. Fire
Oh,
Will,
okay.
Death Star to raise morale.
Is this an Ocean Drake?
Yeah, it is.
Can't see it. Okay.
So I would say one of the less impactful Drakes to fight over, but
It'll be very good for them.
mhm.
It'll allow Gangplank to sit in the lane for a lot longer and do Gangplank things, which is what they're hoping for. If this game lasts 40 minutes, then saving Private Reckless will be fine. They'll be happy.
You think?
Yeah, just because Gangplank will have so much damage, and he'll have a lot of lane pressure. Because I don't think Mordekaiser can. He can push against him, but I don't think he can actually win a fight against him, especially soon once he gets. He's level 12 now.
Mordekaiser? Yeah.
Gangplank.
Gangplank?
Yeah, both.
Yeah, 12.
So, Powder Keg's gonna be max level very soon. In fact, he's almost 13. That's a ton of damage.
Yeah, and the move speed from his passive when he blows up the powder kegs will be
And Phage. I think he gets Phage proc if he uses Q for it.
and the Triforce Phage effect. That'll give him plenty of move speed to kite out Mordekaiser. I think that is the most important thing. Mordekaiser can't trap Gangplank in the Shadow Realm because he just eats oranges and
As we saw
falls out of
earlier,
it.
yeah. It's a good counter pick into Mordekaiser.
It's okay. It depends how the lane goes. If Mordekaiser hadn't died 3 times, I think he would have more threat off to Gangplank.
Yeah. we just haven't seen much of a jungle presence from Siren.
Hmm.
Borkvius again has been laying down the law on these lanes.
Right, 10-minute pause.
Feels good, man.
Yeah, so it sounds like so Reckless is getting back into Discord now. So he is having some progress in reconnecting. Anybody in the chat watch third place game today? In the LCS? I don't want to throw out any spoilers, but I thought it was good. Surprising. In more ways than one.
I want to put out a general PSA, by the way. There's a new tropical storm forming in the Atlantic Ocean. I care because I live on the east coast of Florida, so I have to care.
Hmm.
But for anyone else living in the southeast, be prepared next week. And next week we'll probably be getting hit. I think they named it today. Because it just became a tropical storm. Or no, it doesn't get named till it's a hurricane. Right?
I think they named tropical storms.
Do they?
Yeah, I think it gets a different name once it becomes a hurricane. Because they name it like alphabetically, depending on which one it is this year. It's like the first one's an A name, the second one's a B name. What
Have you ever
happens?
been through a hurricane?
Not directly.
It's
No.
pretty fun.
There was one. I live in Maryland, on the east coast of Maryland, but getting ours in the chat. There was one that came up the Chesapeake Bay a few years back, but that didn't actually get too close to me.
Hmm.
I think I might have actually been going to college then. I was quite far from it, if I was. I don't remember exactly.
During
when it was.
during Hurricane Irma a couple years ago, we were outside trying to clean out the sewage so that the water would drain more. Because it was like up to my waist in water. And then we started seeing all the transformers blow in on the power lines, and so we just ran inside from there.
Yeah,
It's
there was.
Florida things.
I don't think it was a hurricane, but there was a bad storm a few years ago where power lines across the street from me fell and there were shocking pools of water. But we're on pause here. And now let's get back to this forming team fight around Dragon. Father's starting it up already. Maybe unaware that there are multiple members in this bottom lane. Not sure if he's been spotted out just yet, but another
Got
pause.
another pause.
Hell yeah. I just realized I can unzoom and see the whole map while this is paused.
Wait,
can
what?
Oh yeah, there's a thing where if you change some settings, you can put a key binding into the game that lets you like, zoom out as far as you want.
Did you jailbreak your League account?
Why don't you ask that to my full collection of skins?
Oh, yeah?
No. But, so yeah, we're
Steve
back
Jobs
to
is
this
coming after you for that. Oh, I don't
team
think
fight.
they know he's
Shen
on
caught
Dragon.
out by the binding, and Thresh are catching Shen, laying him away. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they knew about the Volibear on the Dragon. So they're busy
Or
fighting
did they
Shen, just
forget
took it.
because of the pauses?
That is entirely possible. So we're seeing Ari go in onto Oriana here by the debuff. They're fighting Volibear in the jungle with bot lane looking to collapse onto it. Volibear's caught by the movement wall and the death sentence, flashing away from the box. Shen flashing away from the death sentence. So, a lot of flashes burned from the side of KWM. Or rather, the SPR.
They just didn't get enough damage onto him. They had all that CC, but no damage.
Yeah. After all that preparation, all that hyped up, watching that team fight form for like 15 minutes, no kills.
Uh-oh. We're seeing this again? Is this deja vu?
Yeah, and Ari catching a Mumu out onto the red buff, smiting just survived just a little longer, but the ignite comes out from Ari and gets hit there.
Oh, man.
Does she have a ward? Saw him onto that? I guess not. Maybe just good game sense. I had to have spotted him onto something.
I think he just felt like running in and seeing if it was up. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Mordekaiser are getting caught out in the top lane.
Oh, Volibear?
Going to cast Volibear into the Shadow Realm. Mordekaiser just cannot survive there. Volibear too big and he was too low.
Yeah, I think he panicked and didn't realize that if he could ult Volibear first, then he has a chance.
Yeah, if he'd done that a bit earlier, saved himself some damage. The flash taunt from Shen coming in onto Spook. Spook using the Chains of Corruption onto Ari, getting himself some space to escape. Teleport coming in from Orianna. Shockwave catches two! Nobody going down. Ignite onto Shen. Death Sentence catches Ari on the backside. Play into Spook. Nothing can touch her. She's too far away. But Orianna manages to bring down Shen. Oh, piercing arrow almost catches Ari, but didn't have quite enough damage. No blighted quiver active on it.
Hey, Mr. Mac coming up big with another huge hook. Uh-oh.
Yeah, these hooks are actually insane. So reckless. Almost getting some damage on Spooked. Gangplank ult coming down to protect the spot tower. Will be enough to force the members of KWM to take a breath, but they will manage to come back around. Teleport may be unnecessary onto that
Lane
cannon.
swap, I guess, coming in.
Maybe. I think he was planning to teleport onto the minion so it was invincible, giving them long enough to take it, but I don't think that was necessary.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like they're just playing it into a lane swap. Might want to watch out for Shen. Feels like the Shen has flashed like 18 times this game. Mathematically, you could have done it more
If
than
it's up,
4.
he uses it. Nothing wrong with that. Man uses his resources.
Yeah. And he's doing very well with these engages. It feels like every time he's used Flash Taunt, it's resulted in a kill, except for that last time. Always making something happen. Siren Delphi, try not to get caught by Shen and Ari.
Well, it feels like we're gonna have another 40-minute game, doesn't it? One tower on each side, 23rd minute.
I feel like one of these are about to bust out as Ari trying to catch out the Amumu, uses Flash, will not be able to escape Glacial Augment, but he has 4 collapsing onto him. SPR trying to burst him down quickly, pulls us to the bot lane, but Siren Delphi does manage to survive in the bot lane. Mordekaiser is fighting Gangplank and Volibear, manages to escape to his turret.
He did ult Volibear earlier that time, I believe.
He did. Volibear may be a bit too far ahead, especially with the Abyssal or Adaptive Helm that he has. But now a tower dive looks like going down onto Mordekaiser. No, just finishing the tower. And Mordekaiser sitting duck going down to the Volibear fight. Ability
starting Baron?
Yeah, Baron getting started by KWM. Knowing that Volibear spent so much time on this bot side, but Siren is so low. Nobody can tank this. And they were spotted out with the Caitlyn ult.
They were spotted out actually. Ari, Twin Shadows.
Alright, Twin Shadows, okay. Yeah, the Caitlyn ult almost killing Siren Delt by, I believe, Mr. Bat or Spooked. Taking a bullet with the beloved jungler. Another dragon. 2 Ocean Drakes going over to this side.
Oh!
There you go. SPR. And Mr. Matt catching the hook onto Shen. Spooked! going down. Or Spook managing to take Caitlyn down. And a double kill with the attack speed from killing Caitlyn.
I just want to say, I think it was accidental. Spoot stepped up and dodged Shen's taunt, allowing him to continue damaging Caitlyn.
I mean, if not accidental, then Spoots is playing like a mechanical god in that last fight. But Cheesy Daddy catching Siren Delphi out in the jungle again. But Siren maybe a bit too tanky this time.
Yeah, Siren still doesn't have 100 farm. So he needs to... They need to feed him a little bit.
Not a fast clearing jungler. Giving the red buff over to Spoots. I think a good choice. Far ahead.
He's gonna be a stun bot, a stun bot, and then he's gonna die quick. For a lot of these fights.
Yeah, Spoots. Siren Delphi is there to hit ultimates and be a tank. Sit there with his aftershock until it runs out, and then probably die. But Spooks definitely is the hope for this team, having the highest gold lead. Just under 1,000 gold less than Volibear right now. So managing to close that gold gap and come in as a scaling carry.
This is a much more exciting game, though. That's for sure. Ooh, Charm almost hitting.
Mr. Matt looking for a hook. A Chains of Corruption onto Caitlyn. Got her. Pulled in by Mordekaiser. Shen does not save her. Beautiful pick by Spooks.
So aggressive. Oriana's bot lane, too. And I think that's about the only champion they could have killed there. I don't think they would have killed Ahri. Maybe. But
maybe if they can lock her down long enough, but if her ult's off cooldown.
Though.
Yeah.
She goes zipping and Zuda and all around. Spirit Rush.
Zipping and... No, I think that ability is called Zippin' and Zudan. Yeah, I'm checking the wiki. Yeah,
we're going down Splash Mountain. So this is.
So it looks like KWM is trying to collapse onto Volibear here. He's gonna walk into 3 in this push, blocked up by the Death Sentence and the Amumu ultimate. Trying to get to a wall to flash over, but he just can't make it. Now pings onto this top tower. It is going down to KWM. As Mordekaiser tries to collapse onto Ahri in the mid lane. Can't quite reach her. He's gonna flash away to avoid the GLP.
Very lucky he got out of range for the GLP there.
Yeah, maybe a bit ambitious of him. Far behind as he is right now to try and take on that Ahri, but...
Yeah, knowing him, he's probably playing RuneScape in the background. I'm just kidding. Steve takes this league very seriously. They all like to win. And they looking like they still have a chance to win.
Flash chains onto Ahri, caught by the Death Sentence, and goes down to Mr. Matt. Spooked, playing insane, and a solo kill from Jingo Unchained. What are these flash engages from KWM?
Spooked has to be the most fun ADC to watch in the league.
Yeah, these chains are nuts.
He comes out of nowhere with some of these engages. What ADC's engaging? It's amazing.
Volibear trying to use the ultimate to clear this wave, but he's going to get caught by the Death Sentence and dove for his troubles. Shen ultimate will save him. And that is kind of the problem with Volibear.
You can run in, but can't really do anything else.
Exactly. If you're not going into a fight, then you might as well not be there at all.
Katarina Wine Mixers have taken the badge that he put on early game. They spot out
sitting
Shen
on a
here.
ward here as he tries to get a pick, but he is the one getting picked. Managed to get out with the taunt. Siren Delphi almost caught, saved by the Dark Passage.
That's one of my favorite abilities in the game, by the way.
Dark Passage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's such a cool ability. I can't play Thresh to save my life, but that's such a cool ability.
yeah. Firefrost actually played Thresh, I think, twice today. Really good.
Finally, some objectives for Katarina Wine Mixer.
Yeah, and actually really good of them to deny that third Ocean Drake. I always say one Ocean Drake is garbage. It's garbage.
Meh. Yeah.
One Ocean Drake's garbage.
Drake's
Three Ocean
Three.
Drakes is sustain.
Yeah.
Like, don't even bother building more mods. Put that Spirit of Sage back. You don't need them. Get better items. So your sustain is covered.
Starting to set up around Baron here, probably. Look to see.
Looks like it. Varus.
Mid, I guess bot and mid, looks like.
Varus
Where to
gets
cut?
2 item spike.
Ooh.
3,500 gold. Hold on, Varus. Alright, he's buying right now.
Whoa.
It gets the
Three
Infinity
items.
Edge, third
I
item.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the Infinity Edge. I feel like there are better third items, but that is what he goes with.
It's good. He's going for proccing Blight, and that requires a lot of auto attacks. I guess maybe.
Well, Infinity Edge doesn't give you attack speed.
Yeah, but he's building. He's building that. He's got the zeal. Probably getting a Runins.
He's maybe keeping in mind to. I mean, he's got to be expecting this game to go like 50 minutes if he's building Infinity Edge. I think that's a bit excessive, but it's the only reason I would see him building Infinity Edge is if he expects it to go long enough that he would sell his Ginsu's and Blade and just build full crit. But I don't think it's gonna get to that point.
Yeah, I don't think it'll get to that point, but I think it'll still supply a good burst of damage.
I think a QSS would actually go a long way for him. Especially just against Ahri.
Nah, he's playing way too aggressive for QSS.
I mean,
He doesn't need more of that, he needs more damage. That's all he needs.
hey, don't do damage when you're dead. Catch Chains of Corruption onto Ahri. Early Shen ultimate coming down. But she will die, and Shen completes the ultimate. Is now trapped in a 1v4. Siren Delphi running him down, and Jingo Unchained will pick up the second kill.
What'd I say? All he needs is more damage.
I mean, I think Choose Me Daddy. I mean, if he'd had Vision on him, he could have used Ultimate or Flash to get away from that. And he could have turned it on, spoofed, blown it up pretty quickly. But
he didn't.
yeah, but that didn't happen. So that is going to be Banner and potentially over to KWM. They might not see Volibear on the last turn. They're gonna run him off. And yeah, that is Baron secured by KWM.
Mudkips has taken the CS lead, by the way. It's up about 20.
Yeah, gold swinging back in favor of KWM.
But
they are
Varus is
evening up kills.
Flame Horizon and a half head.
Yeah, that's
700 gold
Five.
bounty on his head.
5,000 gold above his lane opponent, Caitlyn. That is...
Big yikes.
That is-
Finishing Runins and now the culling.
Yeah, that's an item and a
They're
half.
calling. Executioners. Yeah, this is
He has actually 2 full items every game.
this is a scary Varus.
Yeah.
And it's just another game where Spooked is really showing his dominance of the AD carry position in the is this the Harmony or Melody division? I think it's Melody.
What?
In the Melody, in whatever division they're in. He's really been dominating the AD carry role, winning MVP several times.
You make names for the divisions?
Yeah, Harmony and Melody, I think.
I haven't heard about that before. You see
I just
five
forget-
members of See 5 members of Saving Private Reckless gathering around this dragon as it's about to come up. Go ahead with what you were saying, I'm sorry.
What is it? Oh, it's the Elder. I don't even remember. It's okay.
But yeah, Elder Drake, be a pretty big benefit for either of these teams. Actually, just barely coming up. Spawning almost exactly at that 35-minute mark.
Oh my!
Flash Verisol catches the Caitlyn. The Flash Shockwave comes in. I am covering the whole screen. Alright. Huge team fight. KWM.
I love Spooked. He's my favorite ADC in the league. By far. No other ADC is gonna flash ult like that.
Just remember, everybody, when you're voting in the poll, ADCs can't win MVP.
Has been destroyed.
But that fight right there goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of the game, where if KWM can stack their CC on each other onto the enemy properly, they'll be fine.
Blastcomb, please. No! You ruined the dream, but everyone doesn't have to take it over. It's gonna be another dragon over for KWM.
It's more of a Elder Dragon takeaway, but they get the burn, which is gonna be nice.
Yeah, I mean, that objective's free. Why not take it?
It's a free objective, free gold, yeah. They have a 5,000 gold lead now.
Yeah, that's just been building for the last 5
the
10
first-
minutes.
First gold lead they've had in the series, I feel like. Uh-oh, spooped it. Okay, no, he was just doing something. He's just taking free damage from chickens. Looked like he was AFK.
He's BMing the chickens.
They look in bot lane, I think.
Yeah, I think they want to get that bot lane outer, and they are grouping as 5.
Oh,
The Chains of Corruption onto Ari. She's dead. Dead as could be, caught out. All alone.
Spooked is crazy. That man is absolutely insane.
And I think they're just conceding this inner tower.
They should.
And
I don't think they can fight it.
Yeah, regrouping to protect this inhibitor, but Caitlyn's really taking her time for regrouping.
I think she's a little desperate for gold. She has 2 items,
she's
trying to finish a
she's running
work.
back. She ran all the way back up the lane, knowing where 5 members of the enemy team were. Yeah, she's been there. She could have helped protect that, I think. But maybe not. They're just a 4v5 and they have Elder. But, yeah, I mean, this game's firmly in the control of KWM.
Yes, and now they can easily rotate top, push that in, grab that outer tower, and then Baron off of that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're just gonna shove mid lane out and not bother with the top lane and start prepping for a catch around Baron. They so easily get picks between Varus and Thresh.
And Amumu too, they have a very good pick comp as well as team fight comp. It's a very nice ARAM comp, I gotta say. That's what they're going for, I think.
Varus
Red team
is calling right now.
Falling fair.
Another 3,000 gold, Varus maybe looking to recall.
Well, he might be able to sell one of those items now.
He just might. Bear managing to run away from the dense grass. He's looking. He is hunting for an ultimate. Hunting for a chance of Chains of Corruption.
Yeah, it just looked like Saving Private Reckless just wasn't committed to the ult. There are certain certain players were, certain players weren't, and they just couldn't decide whether they wanted to fight.
Mudkip's caught recalling by the Death's Grasp, forced to flash away. Mordecai's just teleporting into the base, seeing minions on the Nexus. Getting collapsed on here, just finishing off using hit Nexus towers. Siren Delphi with the Mummy's Curse and the Chains of Corruption by Varus, and he has so much attack speed.
I think Mordekaiser just ends here.
I think they all
Nope,
and
he
Siren
goes for
Delphi
the
goes
kill.
down. Yeah,
Oh, Spooked
Varus
ends
finishing
here.
the game. That will be a win. For
Very
KWM.
good game. Very, very good game. Remember, chat, ADCs can't win MVP. But this is Spooked. He was playing frontline, so we'll. I don't know. I don't know if we can count that as ADC.
And speaking of ADC, I mean, let's keep the conversation fair. Let's keep it balanced. What are some discussions we want to have about MVP?
I mean, Spooked 27,000 damage. You could also give it to Mr. Matt. He's been hitting hooks all game. Siren finally really popped off at the end. He was a really big proponent for their team to actually get a lot of those kills and hit beautiful ults constantly. And even Jingo was laying down damage, one-shotting Caitlyn every time they got the chance. But I think you have to give it to Spooked. He's the one that started most every fight. He's the one that finished most every fight.
Yeah, and I think the discussion does start and end with Spooked. Just by a mile, he was initiating fights with the Chains of Corruption, fights that realistically he shouldn't have been able to pull off. You know, if you're Varus going in solo against an Ahri and you don't have like a QSS or something to protect you from that charm.
Flashing over the blue buff wall, ulting her.
Right, like that is so ridiculous, and how much damage he has. Yeah, double the damage of anyone else on his team.
Mm-hmm.
Most damage in the game by quite a long shot.
He was able to turn the game around for them. He was able to get a few kills and then really pop up.
So it looks like there's a tie between our Game 1 MVPs, between Juice Me Daddy and Borkvius. Game 2 MVP, Spooked, currently pretty far in the lead. We'll give that a couple more minutes while we discuss Game 2. So what do you think, Murphy? What do you think? Where did that game turn for SPR? They were in the lead.
They just kind of threw. They let themselves get caught out a lot, and the communication was so good early, and they did a really good job around level 6. But after that, it's like they got cocky and just I don't know. I'm not sure what happened in there. Did their communications break down? Did they just kind of disrespect? Maybe there's just a level of like Matt was playing very disrespectful all game.
Yeah,
All game, and
we were shouting out their coordinated play early, especially with those global ultimates between Shen and Gangplank. They felt like they were all over the map around 10 minutes.
yeah, absolutely.
So
It was looking like every lane should have won, and then Shen. I think it really turned around when Shen ulted away from bot lane unnecessarily to Ahri, handing over the free kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's when Varus really started getting gold and getting kills.
So I think we're gonna close the straw poll. Our Game 2 MVP is Spooked. Our Game 1 MVPs are Juice Me Daddy and Borkvius. Just to keep it from getting too crowded, I'll ask politely that captains do not join us this time, if that's all right, since we'll have more people than usual.
And it's
So-
already 12:45 here.
Yeah, it's pretty late, so let's try to keep this discussion a little short. Join us in Player of the Game 2, because people are in Game 1. My co-host is not quite... Oh, his power just cut out.
Oh
alright.
dear.
Yeah. Get... Alright, so we got spooked here. No word on if we've got Juice Me Daddy or Borgfius joining us, Game 1 MVPs. Spooked. How you feeling after that game?
Feeling exhausted, to be honest. It's pretty
Yeah.
late.
It is. So, because we're not getting anyone from the other team, I'll start sending out some messages.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, hello. So I think it is just me for now. My co-host Murphy Routed did not get to join because power cut to his computer.
Fun.
So, questions. Let's see if we can get some questions in the chat. I just finish up the stream, changing the overlay. All right. So let's start with Spooked, Game 2. We were discussing the Varus pick while Ash was still available. What was the decision behind that?
I think what I saw a lot from game 1 was not necessarily a lack of damage from Ashe, but even with the CC that she provides, I wasn't able to position well enough to avoid the things that the SPR was doing. So with Varus, it was more of like I knew that the damage output was going to be a lot bigger, especially with those procs on his E and his Q. So it was just more of a self-protect kind of thing where I knew same type of engage ADC that I wanted to pick into the comp with, still having nightmares about Hecarim game 1.
Oh yeah, that Hecarim was all
But
over you.
still the same vein of thought. I didn't want to go any like squishy ADC because our team usually specializes in having more of a mobile comp than a traditionally like CC AoE comp that we ran game 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'd say that. Obviously that worked out for you very well. Varus has the same longer than average range as Ashe, so decent matchup into Caitlyn, and obviously brings more damage and still has the hard CC from the ultimate that worked out well in team fights. Were you planning to coordinate that with Amumu and Oriana for like wombo combos and team fights?
Definitely, yeah. We were definitely looking to add in some more CC picks, some more AoE wombo combos, as you put it.
Awesome. So game one. Let's start with Borkfius since we got you here. Heckram, you were nuts. You were all over Ash in those team fights. You know, there's really no way for them to avoid you.
That's how I see it with Hecarim. It's you got to go full cannon straight at the ADC and make them have a bad time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
all over this fight. And in the mid and early game, you had a really big presence. Just collecting kills in mid and top lane, back and forth. I guess that wasn't a question.
That's kind of I was waiting for it to get to the question part.
Yeah, good job. I usually just do the streaming part and rarely make up the questions. So what was the decision between I guess Hecarim was banned game 2. Why Volibear then?
Okay, so we were kind of talking, and we realized that like game 1, we didn't have very much of a front line. So I was going to play frontline champ, and I kind of like I started stating a few, and then we kind of just like focused on the Volibear.
Okay. I don't know that I have any more questions. Any real questions in chat?
Mostly memes.
Yeah, mostly memes. I guess this is the question. Spoops, Dragon Tales?
Dragon Tales, yes.
All right, yeah. That one had a question mark.
Yeah.
Why did you ban Siren's Sedge?
We felt that was the biggest threat from Siren, is taking Sedge out and kind of have us have a little bit better early advantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Sejuani definitely one of the stronger tank jungle options right now. So, Mr. Matt wanted me to ask about pick ban adjustments for both teams after game 1, and no respect ban for the Taric. So we'll start with that. How did both teams plan to adjust their draft after game 1? We will start with Spoots. You tell me,
Okay.
because your team did the most adjusting after game 1.
Yeah, let me just pull it up here. So yeah, game 1, we were trying to go more for a pick comp, but obviously with the Caitlyn out of the mix, kind of changes up how the bot functions. And also comfort picks were in the back of our mind as well. We didn't want to see the Mundo again, and we were really, really targeting that mid lane with the Katarina Morgana game 2.
Mm-hmm.
We were just like, we saw the match history, we saw the Ari on there as well, from past seasons too. We just didn't want to let someone with over 200 games on Katarina in ranked play Katarina, even in a team setting. We just felt like, I mean, you could see from the plays game 1 as well, with the Morgana roams and the plays, the Qs landing every single time. There's just that consistency that we had to kind of get out of there. And you saw it in my team fights too. I went straight for the Ari. I was just tunneling, like, I'm going to take care of this one, like, because that's the big problem that I see, and tried to change the fights in that regard, I guess.
Okay. So Borkvius, how did your team adjust?
We did not change much, if you didn't notice.
Yeah.
We kind of kept the same bands, and then can't remember which one actually got changed. So I know there was one that was different, but
They banned Morgana and Hecarim from you.
No, us to them.
your bands.
Our bands to them.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of just like talked it over and like we liked the bands that we had because it was more of we felt like we were okay with what was played, so we're like we didn't want the champions that we banned previously that we felt were the stronger champs for the team to be coming into play.
Okay. Yeah, definitely makes sense. And coming off of that, how come no Tarek ban from Mr. Matt?
I didn't have a problem with Tarek. I was able to get to the Ash just fine.
Oh yeah.
So
Alright.
I definitely think it was just we didn't see it too much of a difficult thing.
Mm. And then serious question: did you feel confident enough playing Tarek? I feel like I don't understand that question because he was only played in game 1.
Yeah, I think you meant matched up against him, but I think
Okay.
Orpheus answered that question. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely felt confident playing into the Tarek. It had a few team fights where we were kind of like, oh, we just back away, get away from him, and then re-engage. But it wasn't anything that we were like, okay, that's crazy. We don't like that. We need to get rid of it.
All right. So last question here, because it is getting kind of late, as we mentioned before, from Super Hoagie. So, Spooked, how did you decide on your build for Varus that game? And yeah, he was thinking the same thing for Varus in that scenario, not the Poke Lethality build.
Yeah. I looked it up on u.gg as we were going into game. Same thing for runes. I just played one Varus game today. It's been a while since I played him, but his playstyle is very similar to Ashe. So if you have the Ashe mechanics down, a lot of the same, like the timing of the arrow and the timing of the Varus ult are almost identical. So it was just UGG, and then at the end I threw on the build parts for Mortal Reminder because I was like, that would help against Volibear, but at that point we had gotten a couple catchouts and we were working a lot better as a unit in the late game of game 2.
Yeah, personally, the only thing I found questionable about your build was the Infinity Edge. I mean, you got it simultaneously with the Zeal because you had like 3,500 gold when you recalled, but I feel like if you're expecting the game to go like super duper duper long and you're gonna sell your whole on hit items and end up building full crit because that's just better late game, that may be reasonable, but I feel like finishing the Hurricane there and maybe getting Wit's End or Phantom Dancer, something defensive, would have been better.
Possibly.
That's my personal opinion. But yeah, definitely played well enough that the build didn't matter too much.
Well, I've got a great support player, that's for sure.
All right. So I think that's going to do it for us today. From everyone here at the PMA LCS casting team, wish you a good night. Everybody root for Cloud9 tomorrow. Bye.